Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Aokana. So I just got back from the gym. Haven't eaten anything, haven't really done anything. But today is actually a very interesting day, at least for me. So you guys probably don't know this, but I've been vacuuming social media for a good couple of years. That was mostly because like back in 2019, I feel like social media was really making my mental health go down quite a lot. So I was vacuuming that for a long time, right? So I didn't really like have Instagram or stuff like that. At least for people that I used to know, I mean, right? So I was basically just gone from the internet. At least for my like a lot of my social circles. But today, I already had an Instagram account, which I just follow like bodybuilders and, cycling people. But I got a recommendation for people that I used to know, so I actually followed them back, and damn, it made me go into like a rabbit hole of looking at people that I used to know, and there's so many people that actually already got married. I'm pretty surprised. To think like 10 years ago, we were like still back in high school and shit. And wow, looking at them all grown up. I mean, it's not like they changed like too much, but it is pretty interesting. It's quite the rabbit hole to get into. But yeah, it's just interesting to see stuff that I didn't know, right? Some of them have kids. I mean, I knew a couple of them already had kids, but those are mostly like people that are really close to me, and they reach out to me like, privately without going through social media, right? But looking at the broader perspective or the broader people that I used to know, it's pretty intense. Because back when I was in high school, I think I said this before, but we got like, 350 people just on our year? And throughout the whole school, there's about 1,000 people, so pretty nuts in terms of just how big the school truly was. Only high school, mind you. But yeah, I'm getting off topic. Just wanted to like share it to you guys about that. It's pretty interesting. Like trying to see like what people that I used to know are doing right now. I mean, I'm not really a social media guy. I don't really try to take a look at what they're doing, right? This is like the first time I actually did it in, like I said, in 2019 is when I vacuumed social media. So what, 4 years? But okay, enough about that. Let's talk about the actual game, shall we? So in the last episode recap, we got to know Mashiro quite a tiny bit. We played a lot of Monster Hunter, which I guess does tie down to FC because it's showing Messiah how to deal with Mashiro. And the fact that she is actually trying her best in doing FC training, but she just can't seem to, get better at it. But like I said in the last episode, it's also because she doesn't really try to expand her options. You don't necessarily have to be a fighter. She can be an all-rounder, she can be a speeder. She's probably gonna be better as a speeder to my... what's the word I'm looking for? Not to my knowledge, I guess in my opinion, there we go. Because there's no way she's that aggressive, like I think, right? Doesn't really feel like it suits her personality. Before that, we also saw some scenes with Rika. We started privately tutoring her with FC, which I really like. I keep reiterating this, but I feel like Rika's scenes are just so much more intimate than everyone else's. It's really nice. Misaki is alright. I do feel like she's a bit aloof, so not really too much interaction with her. And Asuka's just too perfect. She's this transfer student that comes to you and then makes you want to do FC again, and super enthusiastic, and she reminds me of your old self. I feel like that's just way too perfect, It feels like a trap in my opinion. Am I the only one who thinks that? When something is a little bit too perfect, I feel like something's wrong. But okay, this is exactly after we saw the scene with Mashiro in her house. So let's see how this transpires. Our club room, which used to be filled with talk of hunting monsters, has now started to return to normal.
やってるみたいだね。
Misaki peeks in on my PSQ screen. She left her PSQ back home. Seems she's already bored of the game. Sure am. She obviously doesn't just mean Monid here. Wait, what did she say? Sorry, my mind was a bit distracted. Oh, you're still at it. Okay, she's asking if I'm still playing on MH. Mon Eat. Seems Misaki is a lot more worried about my relationship with Mashiro than I thought.
頑張れ。
She didn't say that last part. Thanks. I'm doing it for your udon too.
だね。もちろん先払いでもいいよ。
Nah. Maybe if Mashiro was with us, but not now.
なんかめんどくさそう。
Wow, that's pretty damn rude. I'm not even involved, but I feel bad that Mashiro is being treated like that when she adores Misaki. Can't you be a little nicer to Mashiro?
別にべったりすることが優しさとは思わない。とか言ったらそれっぽくない？
Well, guess I shouldn't poke my nose in where it doesn't belong.
マサヤさ、気づいてる？
What?
長い付き合いの中で初めてそんなことを言ったよね。
Mention what? True.
真白は寂しんぼで警戒心が強いけど、一度出れるとすごいからね。
Yeah, I can kinda see that. It does get a bit annoying though, which is why I guess I consider her childish.
うかつな言動は命取りだと覚悟するんだね。
She does remind me of a kid who, if you be kind to them for a while, they kinda get far too attached. That's why my sick brain, when I was a lot younger, maybe like 14 or 15, when there was like a kid who, you know, who I act kind to. I act kind to everyone in general, right? So I don't want to actually feel like she's special or anything. So when I know that she's actually gotten way too attached, I became a lot stricter with her, and yeah, after that, she started not liking me, and yeah, it's been like that for, yeah, ever since that we haven't really talked. It was like one of my cousins, or not cousins, what do you call it? It was one of my mother's sister's kids, right? I don't know what you call that. I guess cousin, right? I guess it is cousin. There's like a 10-year difference between us. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. My sick mind always feels like that though. I don't know why. I feel like when someone is too attached to me, I have a need for rebellion. I don't like it. I guess I just don't like people that are too attached or not really leech off you. It's not like they're doing anything weird. It's just, yeah, I guess I just like freedom or something, or independence. You speaking based on experience?
実行してないのにあれだから怖いんだよ。
Makes sense. Well, as things stand, I'd say we're just acquaintances at this point. Still, at least I finally moved past her initial negative perception of me. I don't intend to get that close to her, so it's straight up impossible for things to evolve into anything serious. Don't worry, there's no way anything's gonna happen between us.
だといいけどね。じゃあ今日は私帰る。
Yeah, see ya. I casually wave my hand at Misaki as she makes her way out of the club room. I feel like I'm forgetting something as I look around the empty bus. What could it be? Seems that strange topic Misaki brought up has made me forget. Wait. I checked the time since it looks like it's gotten late. Oh, it's time for me to head back home. I turn my PSQ off and grab my bag. And I'm off. Then I get up and leave our club room.
Yeah.
ああ。
なんだマサヤ、 そんな声が出るようなことをしてたのか？
I'm not! I instinctively hide the PSQ by slipping it behind my back, then under my pants. I feel like you're being way too suspicious, Messiah.
やましいことなんて別にないだろ。放課後に部室にいた。それだけのことだ。
Couldn't you have just... Oh, sorry. I thought she was then, my bad. Couldn't you have just, like, put it in his bag? Exactly.
何か忘れ物でも取りに来たのか？
Basically.
だろうと思った。
Glad to hear. Aoi-san's being awfully understanding here.
じゃ、後ろの手に持ってるものを正直に出してもらおうか。
Turns out she read me like a book. I mean, you are being very suspicious. I'm sorry. I obediently pull out the PSQ. I'm ready for her to start yelling at me, but...
で、ちゃんと仲良くなれたのか？
Huh? Wow, I'm surprised. She doesn't seem upset about the fact that I've been playing Mon Eat in the club room. Instead, she's asking me about my reason for doing it, as if she already knows. Did Madoka tell you?
ビンゴだ。あいつは見えて真面目だろ？しっかり報告しに来たさ。部室でゲームやってますが、ほどなく終わるので目をつぶってくださいってね。
Wow, I'm genuinely surprised she took care of things behind the scenes when she usually seems so careless. I owe both Aoi-san and Madoka a ton.
で、どうだったんだ？
Oh, it's helped us understand each other better.
そうか、それはよかった。
It was a pretty drastic measure, but things have finally started to work out. She's a real handful. Though, I'm also hard to deal with. Should really work on that.
思い出すな。
What do you mean? Aoi-san chuckles as I ask that question.
プロになるから学校は行かなくていいと、空を飛んでばかりいたガキンチョウをなだめたのをな。
That was actually a lot faster than I thought. Sorry, I was actually drinking water while she's saying that. Ugh. I swear, she never pulls any punches. Man, I was a super arrogant kid back in the day. I was convinced everything would work out exactly as I planned. I even believed the blue sky existed for my sake. Damn! Really? You thought that? Okay, that is just way above arrogant and more like, you know... You're not borderline, you're fucking narcissistic. The hell? How embarrassing. I'm different now.
へえ、何がだ？
I'm a lot more rational now.
いつまで俺っぱなしかとやきもきしたがな。
Yeah, and honestly, I haven't found closure as a player yet, but I'm still different now. Okay, sorry about that. I had to mute the mic real quick. Someone was actually downstairs and I had to get a package. Not like the instant package that I missed out like a couple of weeks ago. No worries. This may sound weird, but FC is kind of like my first love. I've long since moved on, but it's still hard to let go. The fact that I still haven't gotten over really makes it seem like a typical first love, which is rather embarrassing.
ま、手段はともかくとして、マサヤがいい顔になってきたのは嬉しいよ。
Thanks.
思うようにやれ。よほどのことじゃなければ、私は反対しないよ。
Aoi-san. I've started to remember that I hate losing. Aoi-san lets out a short snort.
思い出してないじゃないか。その自己採点は不正解だ。いや、三角かな。
Huh?
お前はむちゃくちゃ負けず嫌いだよ。負けたくないから興味を持たないようにしてるだけだ。今のマサヤもいいやつだと思うが、昔のバカなマサヤも私は結構気に入っていたよ。久々に話せて楽しかった。
She's not gonna say that second part? Aoi-san waves her hand at me and proceeds to leave. She really hasn't changed.
おっと、肝心なことを言い忘れるところだった。
Aoi-san turns around and pulls me away from the wave of emotions that were about to wash over me. What? You come here for something specific?
そうだよ。忠告しに来たんだ。
She aims a terrifying smile at me after saying that.
中間テスト、準備は万全なんだろうな。
Ah! That's it! The thing I couldn't remember earlier in the club room. We're going to enter the week before midterm soon, but I haven't even started studying.
その顔を見ると何もしていなかったっぽいな。
Aoya-san says that in an exasperated voice. We've got 3 problem children, yeah?
ああ、あいつとあいつと転校してきたからあいつもか。
The previous conversation we had on this matter makes it obvious who she's talking about.
そっちのコーチもよろしく頼むぞ、マサヤ。
You can't be serious!
PSQ で遊んでるぐらいだからできるよな、当然。
Mm-hmm. Ugh.
本人が勉強すればいいわけじゃないのが辛いところだが、これも経験だ。しっかりやってみろ。
I'm actually one of those guys that's not very good at tutoring. Because, especially during stuff like mathematics and shit, I tend to, like, skip a lot of the formula. So, I can understand it in my head, but I can't really explain it too much for other people. Because I skip the necessary steps, right? I mean, technically speaking, I should be able to still make them understand if I, you know, don't skip those steps and make them see what's going on behind the scenes and stuff. But I'm not a good teacher simply because I don't want to do that. I don't want to accommodate myself for other people. I guess it's one of my selfishness.
じゃ、健闘を祈る。
With that, Aoi-san leaves for real. Crap, I need to do something. I'm left in the club room alone, PSQ in hand and a cold sweat covering my whole body. But what can I do? It's hard to come up with a good idea on the spot. So yeah, things will go south real fast if we don't start studying. Her face goes stiff upon hearing my words.
そうですよね。しなくちゃですよね。
If you guys have been paying attention to the whole semester, you wouldn't be, you know, needing to study all that much. This is the first time I've seen Asuka look depressed. And it's not a look I like on her either. Considering how cheerful she normally is, I prefer it if she regains her usual smile as soon as possible.
だね。何か対策立てないと本気で部活できなくなっちゃうよね。
Exactly. And so, those of you who are at risk of failing will have to start studying.
やったー！お休みだ。
What are you talking about? You'll be busy helping us out.
私も？
Those of us who are definitely gonna pass will tutor the rest. That'll be our practice for the week.
そんなの部活じゃないじゃん。ブーブー。
You won't change my mind by acting cute. Misaki, you're in charge of tutoring Asuka.
マシロッチじゃないの？
Think about it. Would that end well? Marika's expression reads, makes sense. Guess that was enough of an explanation for her. We can't really be tutoring Prez though, since he is a grade above us. And unless these guys go to cram school, we probably don't know what the hell the material that he's studying is.
了解。じゃあテスト終わったらうどんね。
Can't you do anything without a carrot on a stick in front of you? Fine, whatever. We'll go grab some udon after the midterms.
うどんうどん。
She's very easy to please. Misaki starts to bounce in place, seemingly overjoyed by the light at the end of the tunnel. This, ladies and gentlemen, is one of our school's top students. Really makes me wonder if God exists.
頑張ります。頑張ります。
Yeah, see, I can understand if Misaki was not a top student, but someone that just barely got by. But the fact that she's a top student is so unrealistic. Compared to Misaki, Asuka seems like a deflated balloon.
大丈夫だよ。アスカちゃん地頭いいし、ちょっとコツつかめばすぐに成績良くなるよ。
Yeah. Also, Madoka, it's hard for me to say this, but
わかってるよ。兄ちゃんについてはちゃんとやれってケツ叩いておくね。
from what I've heard, Perez is on the verge of failing his tests each and every single time. Since he's a year above us, none of us can tutor him. Unfortunately, all we can do is cheer him on as he fights by himself. It's kinda sad that we don't have another senpai, you know, to accompany Perez here, because everyone is either the same age as us or one below. He is actually the only one that's older. Still, he's managed to get this far, so he'll probably be fine. Well, that just leaves us with one more problem.
そうだね。知らせに行く？
Yeah, let's do it. With that, Madoka and I head off to the toughest nut to crack.
なんか緊張するね、こういうの。
What's with the depressing music? Really?
こうやって静かな廊下に靴音が響いて何かを宣告するのって緊張感出ない？
Why is she acting like an executioner? You're kinda going overboard there. At this point, it's just a reminder, remember? Our job is to eliminate the risk of her eventually receiving a death sentence.
しかし、マシロッチ真面目そうに見えるのにテストの点はそうじゃないんだね。
Because that's the persona that she got, right? Well, that's just the front she puts up at school. Not many people here get to see what she's really like. Freshman classes haven't ended for the day, which is why the hallway is dead silent. We walk down the silent hallway, making sure to keep our voices down.
あ、ここだね。
We've arrived at Mashiro's classroom. Looks like she'll be in there for a while longer. Should we come back later?
だね。せめて顔でも拝んでおこう。
I seriously don't get the point, but I'll admit that I'm curious too. An opportunity to see Mashiro during class doesn't present itself too often. Fine, let's take a quick look. We peek inside of the classroom as we walk by it. She isn't secretly playing Mon Eden there, is she? She's not a kid. Nah, no way. That'd get in the way of her good girl act, so there's no way. I didn't know where she was sitting, but oddly enough, my eyes find Mashiro immediately. This is also like a very stupid trope. Oh my god, she's wearing glasses! She must be smart or diligent or whatever. Such a stupid thing in anime. She's at a desk by the windows. There she sits wearing glasses. Huh? Does she have bad eyesight? I find myself startled by her appearance. Could be just some cosmetic glasses. Did you know? I asked Madoka.
知らない知らない。
She shakes her head left and right as she answers my question. Seems like this is news to both of us. Mashiro has noticed this. Our eyes meet. After we gaze at each other for a while, Mashiro hurriedly takes off her glasses. Well, we can't stay here much longer. Let's go.
だね。
Mashiro looks both embarrassed and annoyed as we walk away. I mean, I wear glasses
あー、
too.
マシロ見られたんだ。そりゃ油断しすぎだね。
As I was saying, I actually do wear glasses when I'm in class. Since I can't really see the blackboard all too much, right? Because I got myopia. But nowadays, I don't really wear my glasses unless I'm reading a light novel or something. Which I haven't been doing for quite a bit. I think it's been a good year or something that I haven't read anything.
油断？あの子メガネコンプレックスらしいからね。小さい頃同級生の男子にからかわれたとかで。子供っぽい。
Well, she is childish in heart. Can't really blame her though.
あの子を隠してるの見られるの怖がるからね。本性とかうどん屋の姿とかメガネもだけど。そうなのかな。
She didn't even say anything. She actually just said, hmm? What the fuck? This localization, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the localization.
マシロッチ、メガネ見られたのが今までで一番慌ててたみたいに見えたから。そう？うどん屋はともかく、本性よりも見られたくないってことはないと思うけど。じゃあ他の理由があるってこと？他の理由ができたとか。
What's that supposed to mean?
でもマサヤ的にはラッキーだったでしょ？
I guess. It was a pretty interesting sight. I feel bad for thinking this, but seeing her get all flustered and embarrassed was just...
やっと目が悪い尻尾掴んだんだもんね。
Huh? Alright. Yeah, that's totally what I was thinking. Her bad eyesight doesn't suit her current fighter playstyle. Not if she wants to win any matches anyway. I've been wanting to get Mashiro to change her playstyle for quite a while now, so this is just perfect. I feel like they added in Messiah's perverted nature simply because this is an airgear, you know? It really doesn't suit this guy. Why was my mind on something else back there? Something must be wrong with me. Then again, he's also a fucking teenager, so... hormones and stuff. Yeah, I'm very lucky. This is a great opportunity. Yup. I'm surprised Misaki remembers I want to change Mashiro's playstyle. I only brought it up once or twice during meetings.
たどたどしい言い本心は違うところにあると見た。そうでしょう。
Damn her! Why is she only this sharp when it's inconvenient for me? Well, you guys know what to do now. Make sure you pass.
よし、頑張ろっか、アスカ。
I'm heading to the club room. Good luck with the rest of this stuff, Madoka.
ほら、都合悪いからって逃げたな。
I flee to the club room to escape her before it's too late. I still have some work to do before I bring up the matter of changing her playstyle. Guess I'll start by comforting Mashiro. She'll probably still be upset about us seeing her in glasses. Later that day, after practice, I inform a not-so-happy Mashiro about her having to study for midterms. However... Don't just silently pull out your PSQ. Talk to me.
わかりませんか？死刑囚だって最後は美味しいご飯が出るんですよ。
Madoka made a similar comparison earlier. Is that the new hip thing? Did I miss a memo at some point? Basically, you want to go on one last hunt before we get down to studying for a week, yeah? Mashiro nods in response to my question.
みんなを誘うのもちょっと気が引けますし。
Well, yeah, there isn't much time before the midterms. I say as I turn on my PSQ.
先輩、最近質問に来ることありましたね。
I've gotten a lot better, so I can handle most things on my own now. Why does she seem upset?
マサヤ先輩って散々女に貢がせた後にポイッとかしてそうですよね。
What gave you that idea? This is so weird. I feel like she's not supposed to like me this much. Is she actually like coming on to me or something? This is very strange.
なんとなくです。
Getting insulted based on a hunch feels pretty damn bad. Don't tell me. You want to play with me, Mashiro?
何言ってるんです？
Oh, I actually thought they were in a party. Oh, they're not. They're playing single player even though they both have the same game? What the fuck? And with that, she falls silent again. For a while, I only hear the sound of her button mashing. What? Eventually, Mashiro mutters something suddenly. Hmm? Oh. That's what she meant. Sure did. Yeah? I mean, what do you want me to say? It's not that unusual for people to wear glasses, really. Should I tell her I don't want to because I see her getting mad no matter what I say? Nah, that won't help any. Still, I wonder what she wants me to say. See, if I was, what is it? If I was Messiah right now, I'll just say she's cute or something, just to appease her. I'm not gonna lie, I actually do that for people that I don't want to have too much interaction with. Just please them, like butt lick them. What's the word you call it? Not butt lick. Butter them up, because I just want to get this over with. I don't really have one. Would you believe me if I said I thought you looked cute? You promised not to get mad. Well, Messiah probably doesn't think too much about it, but like I said, me and my brain has some sick, twisted thoughts a lot of the time. She's so enraged that her face has turned bright red. I'm being honest when I say I thought you looked cute. It's up to you whether you want to believe it or not. I pursued a monster on my screen as I say that. 1 or 2 more hits and it'll be down for the count. Alright, time to finish it off. I'm taking the killing blow today. I hold down the button to charge up my overhead slash. The level 2 charge animation goes off. Level 3 now. All I need to do is let go of the button, and my most devastating strike will obliterate the monster. Hey! Why'd you kick me? Wow, she is so... She's nasty, okay? Yeah, right. I clearly heard you say, "Take this," right before you hit me. After that, Mashiro kept getting in the way as I tried to finish off the monster, which gave it time to return to its nest and recover. In the end, we barely managed to beat it before time ran out. With that, Mashiro's last meal came to an end, and from then on, all of our scheduled practices were replaced with study sessions. Asuka was tutored by Misaki, Mashiro by Madoka, and Prez by himself. So what? I'm actually not tutoring anyone? Everyone kept working diligently with the help of their teachers. The only real exception was that one time I happened to spot Misaki getting junk food because of her udon withdrawal. 1 week later, it's time for the midterms. The classroom has transformed into a silent space. The unique atmosphere makes me feel restless, so I end up worrying about how things are going for all the others. I hope everyone's doing okay. I look around the classroom. Misaki has already flipped her test over and started napping. So, I actually have slept in a test before. And I kid you not, it was actually at the start of the test. I was so sleepy, like my sleep schedule when I was younger was all over the place. I would sleep at 3 a.m., wake up at 5 a.m., you know, take a bath, get ready before school. And I would be at school at like, what, 6:15? Because school starts at 6:45 for me. Since it was a Christian school, we had morning gathering, or I guess not really gathering, but like morning prayer, which is basically us praying together and having what do you call it? A verse from the Bible that we have to read through. So yeah, it's pretty annoying, but I do appreciate that they're trying to make kids religious and whatnot. But yeah, it does make me have to wake up a lot sooner than I need to. So I slept through the tests and stuff. And I actually have no idea how I got through it. I only had like, what, 20 minutes left from the whole hour that I got for it? Pretty crazy. Thankfully, it wasn't mathematics. If it was math, oh my god, I would be done for. It may look like she's just given up on the test to the untrained eye, but that's actually her way of claiming victory. Pretty impressive. I'm sure the answers written on the other side of her sheet add up to a near perfect score. Well, there's nothing to worry about in her case. But what about Asuka? I glanced in the direction of Asuka's desk. She's single-mindedly filling in the answers. The incredible aura of focus she's radiating is something else. Well, glad to see she's not freaking out anymore. Based on her current attitude, I doubt she's going to fail. That just leaves one person. I heave a light sigh as I think of poor Mashiro. If she doesn't overcome this hurdle, all the time we spent together trying to repair our relationship will be for nothing. I really want her to make it. If only I could write the tests for her. The fuck? That's cheating! Not that I mind cheating as long as you don't get caught, to be honest. Okay, even I know that's a little much. I've been focused on Mashiro a lot lately, which has led me to being a little overprotective. The 3 days of midterms finally come to an end. The teachers have already finished grading all the tests, so we have our marks already. Damn, their midterms is only 3 days. Usually for me, it's about 10 days, yeah. I don't know if this is common for you guys too, but in Indonesia over here, we have to learn a lot of subjects during both, or not both, during like all triple schools, you know, elementary school, middle school, and also in high school. We learn so many subjects, it's nuts. It's not until like the 11th grade that you start to separate between science stuff and also social studies. But before that, we actually have to learn everything. So that's why it takes up to 10 days for our midterms to be done. Crazy. Huh. Not too shabby. Wow, they mark it instantly? That's insane. Usually it'll take them another week to mark all the tests too. They do things efficiently in this school. I'm happy with my results. I got between 80 and 90 on most subjects. My lowest grade is a 74 in math, which is my worst subject, and that's still far from a failing grade.
では、これで中間テストは終了とする。
It seems we're finally free.
よし、それじゃあ青柳、号令だ。
起立。
Depending on how the others performed, our club could cease to exist. Damn it! My heart's racing. Asuka.
聞く。
Okay, that sound has me worried.
そんなことはないですよ。ないですよ。
Did you fail a test? Asuka forms a feeble smile.
ダメではなかったんですが。
Well, that's good enough. She shows me the test she got back instead of elaborating. Let me see. True to her word, she hasn't failed a single test. She did well enough to pass everything, which is the condition she needed to meet to remain a part of our club. However, her grades are definitely nothing to be proud of. What's the lowest score? I'm actually curious. Because in my school, we used to have a minimum score of like 65 or something. But I think we actually bumped that up to 75, which is kind of insane. But 11th grade and 12th grade is actually a lot easier than, you know, the 10th grade. So, I guess it makes sense.
判断に困るって顔してます、マスヤさん。
That's because I don't. She got between 50 and 60 across the board. Wow, that's not a failing grade? So I don't really know if I should be congratulating her. What do I do here?
おお、点数報告会始まってるんだね。
I mean, I guess Japan follows the same principle as people in the US, you know, grading system with A, B, C, D, stuff like that, right? I don't know. Like, wouldn't 50 and 60 be a C? Or maybe that's a D, right? I don't know. Not exactly.
アスカちゃん、なんとかクリアだね。よかったじゃない。
So let's say that 90 plus is A, right? 80 is B. 70 plus is C. 60 is D. Yeah, isn't this like an E? The fuck? How is this actually... I don't get how that could be like, you know, a not failing grade. Asuka responded rather awkwardly. I guess she's not too happy with her results. Makes sense.
ねえねえ、私の答案見る？
How did Press do, Madoka?
おーい、1ミリもこっち見ないでスルーすんな。
I can already tell how you did. There's no point looking at them. Like I said, Misaki is so smart that it makes me question whether God really exists. Though, looking at her odd personality or the fact that she's so addicted to udon, it seems clear she has a few screws loose up there.
つまんない。いいからさっさとうどん会しようよ。
Misaki says that as she folds her tests into paper airplanes. I see numbers like 100 and 98 on the edges and find myself rendered speechless by the inherent difference in talent between us.
ま、美咲は安定枠よね。
Back on topic. How did Prez do? Madoka forms a wry smile in response to my question. How would she know? Isn't it like we just got done finishing midterms? We haven't even got time to take a look or, you know, go to different classes.
測ったようにいつも通りだよ。40点から42点の間で全教科統一してた。
How is that not a failing grade? I'm so confused. Is it just this easy in, you know, a not academic focused school to like not fail? The fuck? 40 and 42? You're not gonna go up the... You're not gonna... What do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for when you... Not graduate. You know, you're not gonna go to the next grade if you get a 40. The fuck? That's insane. Please tell me this is just in anime land. I see. I feel relieved, but at the same time, I know it's far too close for comfort. If we were classmates, I'd probably have told him to study more. But since he's a year older than me, I can't say anything.
とりあえずケツは蹴っておいたから。
Thanks. That leaves only Mashiro, huh? She usually comes rushing into our classroom the moment school's done for the day. So, I was reading Yokoso Jitsuryoku, you know, like Classroom of the Elite, right? That was the light novel that I was talking about a couple of minutes ago. So, in that light novel, it actually makes a lot more sense how the grade is based on. So, of course, you're divided into A, B, C, D, and E and stuff like that. And if you're like the bottom of the bottom, you're probably going to be at the lower letter. And the way you get a failing grade, basically, is when you sum up of all of the grades that the class has. Basically, the average. If you're below the average, then you fail. If you're above the average, you don't fail, right? That's how it works in that school. But I don't think it works here, right? There's probably supposed to be a number that you're supposed to get. Like, without even looking at the average of the class. So this is, I find very, very weird. I'm sorry if I like talk too much about this. I'm a nerd. In case it's not apparent, right? I am a very... Yeah, I'm very much a nerd. Let's go. Everyone nods in response. When we arrive at Mashiro's classroom, we find that it's mostly empty. Most students have left and only a few remain here and there. And among those students, sitting all by herself is... Mashiro! Her body jerks up as I call her name. Putting Asuka's remark aside, it's clear that Mashiro isn't in a normal state of mind right now. Can we see how you did, Mashiro? Upon hearing my question, Mashiro positions herself in front of her desk as if to guard it. Mashiro. She stows her test papers away in her desk and leaves no room for us to pull them out. Acting like this won't change your test results, Mashiro. Following Misaki's suggestion, Mashiro begrudgingly pulls out her tests. Oh. Is it actually good? No, Asuka's not impressed, so I think this is gonna be bad. Our reactions all differ, but I'm sure we're all thinking the exact same thing on the inside. Mashiro's grades are mostly below 50. And yeah, that would be fine, except she only got 31 in classic Japanese and 28 in geography. In other words, she failed those two tests. Do you got like a remedial test or something here? Mashiro's shoulders droop dejectedly. And Madoka is clutching her head, looking extremely sad as she stands next to her. I suppose this is a frustrating result for Madoka as well, since she acted as her tutor. Yeah? Do you guys got remedial tests? Mashiro looks at me with unsteady eyes. Naturally, I know this is no time to tease her, and so I form a smile in an attempt to ease her tension before telling her how to fix the issue. Don't worry, you still have the makeup tests. You'll be fine as long as you pass those. She must have felt dead inside. That's the only way she could have forgotten about the makeup tests. Yeah, so those makeup tests are basically remedials, right? I don't know if what you get on the makeup test actually will be... Like, you know, if you actually get 100 in a makeup test, you're gonna be putting 100 on your school report. But in my school, like, remedial basically works that you can do a makeup test, but the score that you get will be the minimum amount that you get. Like, say, if I get 100 on my makeup test, I can't get 100 on my score report card. I can only set it to 65. Unless it's like there's this thing called the classical in my school, which basically means that if a test has 70% of the of the whole, like, you know, year failing to get the minimum score, we actually get a classical, which is basically a retest. So in a retest, if you get 100, you can still get 100. Misaki, quiet.
私初めてかもです。ましろちゃんの家に行くのって。そっか、じゃあ楽しみだね。
But you've got a few days of hard work ahead of you before we can do that, Mashiro.
分かってます。もちろんですよ。
Oh, sorry. I thought she was done. My bad there. I legit thought she was done. Mashiro still appears uneasy, which makes Madoka pound her chest confidently.
いけるいける。それ終わったら打ち上げうどんだ。私に任せなさいって。いけますかね。いけるよ。気合い入れていこう。行きます。それで息抜きします。
I don't think she said let's take a breather there. I mean, makeup tests should be a lot easier considering you don't really need to, you know, cram as many subjects throughout the whole, throughout the whole makeup test. Madoka shines in these situations. Asuka's straightforward attitude makes it hard for her to cheer up people. And Misaki doesn't seem to care about anything other than udon, so neither of them are much help. Our manager is doing a great job.
ありがとう。でもこの後のフォローはお願いね。
For some reason, Madoka directs a stiff smile at me. Huh?
ひなたくん、後ろ後ろ。
I slowly turned around, then taking a scary sight.
ほん、息抜きか。それもいいな。
Aoi-san is standing there with a cold smile on her face. How'd she manage to sneak up on us?
先生。
知っているか、リサカ。息抜きってのはな、緊張を解いて気分転換のために休むことを言うんだ。
I guess she did say that, huh? I could have sworn I don't hear her say that ikiniki thing.
わかります。
わかるか？それなら今お前がしなきゃいけないこともわかるな。
Sleep?
はい、追試頑張ります。っていつの間にかみんないないし。
I don't really know how Mashiro managed to escape the clutches of an enraged Aoi-san. The only thing I know for sure is that she went on to devote herself to studying for the makeup exams. In the end, Mashiro successfully passed her tests and just barely managed to remain a part of our club. However, Aoi-san lectured me for letting one of my players perform so poorly, and I was told to make things go more smoothly on the finals. All things considered, I'm pretty worried about the future, but I can worry about that later. Right now, it's udon party time.
どうもー。あら、みさきちゃん、お久しぶり。
I kinda wanna eat some ramen now.
お取り込み中です。
I don't mind udon, but I definitely prefer ramen.
全然。ほら、そんなところで顔だけ覗かせてないで、みんな入ってきて。っていうか、真白います？真っ白ならなんだか美咲先輩の気配が。
Yeah, this thing with Mashiro is still kinda weirding me out, man. Seriously? You had to go as soon as you saw my face? And what's up with that grimace on your face?
真白ちゃん、こんにちは。お邪魔します。
Her expression quickly changes after she sees everyone else.
本当にうどん会になったんですね。
Well, yeah. Didn't we talk about it a bunch? Mashiro has been against this udon party from the start. However, she reluctantly agreed to it since she was the only one who failed the original test. Plus, her beloved Misaki senpai loved the idea, so it was hard for her to say no.
まあまあ、皆さんとりあえず席についてくださいな。お母さん。それともあなたの部屋にしとく？あ、
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
どうぞこちらへ。
God, she speaks so slowly. Damn you, Ara Ara One-san type of girl. Mashiro finally gives up and shows us to a table.
今更ながらましろちゃんのお家おうどん屋さんだったんですね。
Tell me about it. I only found out a little while back.
転校生のアスカ先輩はともかく先輩は知っててもおかしくないと思うんですけど。私も知ってた。美咲と話してる時に話題に出てたしね。マサヤ先輩ってそういう薄情なとこありますよね。はい、どうぞ。
Can we get a CG of the food? Botan-san has brought us some udon. Thank you. This looks delish.
話題そらした。
He probably just said, "Oh my soul."
悪い男ですよね。
I've gotta just ignore them for now.
いいのよ。同じ部活のお友達が来てくれて嬉しいわ。それに真っ白の怪我ももう完治するみたいだし。そっか、完治のお祝いもあったんだね。
Yeah, we didn't really talk about her injury all that much, did we? What did I say? It was really just a light sprain.
はい、ご心配をおかけしました。
Mashiro says as she brings a bowl of udon to the table. I don't know why I wanted to say towel.
美味しそうです。アスカ先輩はまだこっちのこと詳しくないかもしれませんけど、四島列島の四島うどんって結構名産なんです。へえ、そうなんですね。
うどん屋だけじゃなく製麺所もたくさんあるからな。
うどんを前にお預け状態の美咲ちゃんがみるみる不機嫌に。どうぞ美咲先輩、皆さんもご一緒に。いただきます。
Don't have to tell me twice. I assume Masaya probably just said itadakimasu too. We all dig in.
わあ、麺細い。
Wow, you're right. The noodles are actually pretty thin for udon. And I can't believe they actually had a CG for this. I'm actually pretty darn hungry right now. Jeez.
お父さん自慢の自家製手延べうどんですから。手延べってよく聞くけど、手打ちと何か違うの？本当の意味は違うかもしれませんが、生地を伸ばして麺にするとき、手打ちは食べる長さに切るんです。で、手延べは細くなるまで一回も切らずにずっと伸ばしていくんですよ。あ、なんか大変そう。大変よ。一から作り始めたら旗掛けまで9時間10時間かかるんだから。
Yeah, a lot of hard work is actually put into a lot of the food that's made in Japan. I do actually wonder how some people are able to do that, you know? It's kind of crazy that they actually do a lot more manual labor than you think.
よくわかんないけどすごい。
It does.
今は製麺所が増えたんだけど、うちはお父さんが手作りにこだわってて。でもそれだけのものではあります。じゃあちょっとちょろっと。すごいすごいです。
You should really work on your vocabulary.
口の中で麺が跳ねてる。白魚が口の中で踊りまくってるみたい。
Ah, Japan and their way of exaggerating things. And Madoka's on the other end of the spectrum. Must be reading too much food. Wait, what the? What? They actually put in Food Wars in the localization? Won't this like be bad? I thought that the Japanese don't really like to put in like other IPs and stuff. Interesting.
それにこの出汁も美味しいです。何の出汁ですかこれ？アスカ先輩の大好きなものですよ。嘘。
Asuka looks down at her bowl, seemingly losing herself in thought.
パフェ？
I'm not gonna say that. I nearly bust a gut laughing as Asuka says that with an utterly serious expression on her face.
あら、 焼いて干したのを使うんです。
What's a flying fish?
トビウオ？よかったね。私の好きは食材的な意味じゃないんだけど。ごめんなさい。美味しいです。
Asuka says that with a sad look on her face as she continues eating.
私のお父さんが伸ばした麺とお母さんお手製の出汁ですから。
Mashiro throws out her chest proudly.
美咲がマシロッチと仲いい理由がわかるでしょ。
That's true? I could understand why Misaki tolerates you, Mashiro. Yup, makes sense to me.
うどん目当てみたいに言わないでください。美咲ちゃん、そうだったの？いえ、まさか。などか、ボタンさんの前で変なこと言わないでよ。いやー、なんか一方通行の報われない愛なのかと。
おいひなた、あいつらは何の話をしているんだ？
Don't get involved. Just keep slurping your noodles and let them talk. This whole conversation reeks of trouble. Yo, what the hell? My friend on Discord is actually messaging me about food too. The fuck? Stop this! Stop messaging me about food. I'm hungry right now.
ちょっと、なんかそれはそれでギブアンドテイクっぽくないですか？ビジネス仲良しみたいな。
I don't think you want to say it like that.
いや、ビジネス仲良しって。だいたい美咲先輩のおうどんだけはごちそうじゃなくてつけですもんね。あら、初耳。どうしよう。軽く3桁は食べてる気がする。
You should learn to hold back.
大丈夫です。心配ありません。どうして？聞いた話で本当かどうかはわからないですけど、どうやら借金って籍を入れて夫婦になると白紙になるらしいですよ。
It does? I actually don't know. Does that actually work? Wow, that is very abusable if it does.
ボタンさん、うちで採れたタケノコとか山菜でなんとか返済していきますから、どうか。
You know, Mashiro, that doesn't necessarily mean she has to marry you, right? She just needs to follow in her husband's, like, you know, family name.
あらまあ、冗談ですよ、美咲先輩。今のところはですけど、ちょっとやっぱガチなんじゃないの？私に言われてもそんな。
I mean, it's 2023. It's fine. I don't know if it's fine in Japan, though.
聞こえるように言うな、まどかめ。
そういえば、飛沢と有坂はなんでそんなに仲がいいんだ？きっかけとかあるのか？
Thank you. This should have been addressed in the first chapter.
まあ、実家がうどん屋よりもよく聞く話だもんね。
Makes sense to me.
ひなたも知ってるのか？
Huh? No, not really.
はあ？まさやさん、それはないです。私が聞いたことあるくらいなんですから、まさやさんも絶対ありますって。
That a fact. This is probably like Soka. I've heard Mashiro say some strange things every once in a while. Oh, I remember. I tuned her out because I didn't want to comment on her story. This is embarrassing. How am I supposed to ask her to tell me when she's already done it a million times? Great. She's obviously mad. Could you repeat that story for me?
改めて聞かれるとちょっとですね。いつもなら聞かれなくても自分から言うのに。欲しがられるともったいないみたいな。すみません、うどんおかわりください。
Even though we're talking about her, the only thing on Misaki's mind is food. Typical. You don't exercise a lot, Misaki. Your body is definitely impossible to keep in the real world. You know how much girls actually eat? They eat so little, man. It's insane. Thank God I'm a male. There's no way I'm gonna be able to eat as little as, you know, like some of my female acquaintances. Man, Misaki's pretty damn carefree.
そこがいいんです。
How does she expect me to respond to that? Only thing I can think of is, oh, okay.
マドか食べないなら天ぷらもらうよ。それ私の隠し財産。
You still think that's always a good thing?
まあ許容範囲です。
Mashiro heaves a heavy sigh as she glances at Misaki. Some things never change. Misaki, on the other hand, only has eyes for her udon. Almost makes me feel bad for Mashiro, honestly.
先輩、ちょっとこっちいいですか？
Suddenly, Mashiro addresses me. And after that, she grabs my sleeve and pulls me toward the door.
あれ、二人で外に？ちょっと部活について相談がありまして。そうなんだ。
I guess so. I follow Mashiro outside. What's wrong? If you want to learn how to get Misaki's mind off udon, you're asking for the impossible.
そんな難しい問題は相談しません。一つお聞きしたいことがあって。
And that is? I wonder what she wants.
美咲先輩って最近の練習どう思います？
What are you getting at? Whether she's worrying about you during practice?
いえ、そういうことじゃなくて、
Is she acting different, you mean? Is it hard for you to say?
美咲先輩のやる気的な問題で。
Why did the music suddenly change to this same track? That was really awkward. Oh. I suddenly remember how I alone witnessed Misaki flying with vigor and energy after practice once.
どうなんでしょう？
How should I put this? I know she's motivated. If she wasn't, then she wouldn't go off to practice on her own. It's just that it's hard to tell with her, since Misaki doesn't show it. I want to tell Mashiro she's got nothing to worry about, but... Is that really the best idea? That might just set her off. I know That's a typo for sure. I know something about Misaki that she doesn't. I'm sure it wouldn't be too bad, but finding that out would probably upset Mashiro all the same. Maybe it's best to stay quiet.
美咲先輩、この間の練習からちょっと様子が変だったんです。
You mean since the training camp with Takafuji? Mashiro silently nods in response.
きっと向こうの部長さんのこと意識してからだと思うんですけど。
I mean, can you blame her? The guy gave her a pretty hard beatdown. Though, Misaki did show a lot of promise in that match. Still, she probably hit a wall for the first time. Must sting after feeling practically invincible for so long.
練習の時もぼーっとしてたり、何か別のこと考えてたりしてるみたいで。だから、ひょっとしたらやる気なくなっちゃったんじゃないかって気になってたんです。
Oh, I see. Mashiro has also been watching Misaki closely, but she reached a different conclusion than I did. Don't worry, I'm sure she's working hard in her own way.
本当ですか？
Yeah, Misaki isn't the type to give up because of a little setback like that. Shouldn't you know that best? Mashiro jerks back for a second in surprise.
先輩に言われちゃいましたね。
Am I wrong?
いえ、実際にそうですから。先輩は美咲先輩のことよく見ていらっしゃるんですね。
Yeah, I feel like this part about her is very creepy. I don't understand. I guess I am. Can you blame me? She faced a strong opponent and suffered a crushing defeat at his hands. That was fine as long as she channeled the frustration from her loss and used it to fuel her, but it could just as well have made her give up. I didn't want that to happen, which is why I kept such a close eye on Misaki during practice. A potential dip in her motivation was a constant worry for a while. Luckily, I now know I have nothing to worry about. What a huge weight off my shoulders. Is that all?
はいありがとうございます
Kinda weird that she just asked me to go out and asked me that. Mashiro bows her head to me as she responds. Okay. It'll be good to have you back at practice tomorrow.
よろしくお願いします
Since our conversation is over, I'm about to head back inside when I remember something. Alright.
はい
I've got a question for you. Mind answering? It's something I've been wondering for a while now.
はあ聞いてみなければわかりませんけど
Do you like FC? That's something I really want to know. Mashiro gives me a blank stare for a while.
先輩さっきもちょっと思いましたが
Mashiro trails off as she sighs in exasperation.
ちょっとアスカ先輩に感化されすぎですよ
Huh? I'm on the way back from Mashiro Udon. Asuka uses the same terminal as me, so we're flying the route home together. Wait, she didn't answer me? Asuka's clearly enjoying the flight. Must be in a good mood because of the food. Hey Asuka,
はい何でしょうか
do you like FC? She gives me a brief, puzzled look.
それはもちろんです
I see. I form a wry smile in response to her loud, proud answer.
どうしてですか
I was just thinking, it's amazing that you can say that.
好きなことを好きっていうのってそんなにすごいことでしょうか
It's supposed to be. It's pretty amazing that you're straightforward about it.
そうなんですかね
I guess some hobbies are just too embarrassing for some people. Like, anime used to be very embarrassing, right? Like, 10 years ago, anime, if you were to like anime, you'd be one of those freaks that wouldn't have a lot of friends. But thankfully, I do have quite a lot of anime friends, even 10 years ago. Asuka tilts her head to the side in confusion. Guess that's just second nature to her.
でもやっぱり好きです私
Glad to hear it. I start to feel giddy as I take in Asuka's response. Maybe she really is influencing me. I recall my earlier conversation with Mashiro.
ちょっとアスカ先輩に感化されすぎですよ
I'm not so sure about that.
でもそうですね
Oh, I thought she actually was gonna say something.
今は好きになれるかもしれないって思ってます私もちょっとアスカ先輩に影響されてますねマセヤさん何か楽しいことでもありました
Huh? I touch my own cheeks as Asuka pulls me back to reality. Was I smiling?
はい私がちょっとはしゃぎすぎていたからですか
I mean, is the smile awkward or something? Usually you wouldn't really be saying it's your fault if I was happy. Asuka starts questioning herself. No, you're amazing, Asuka. I truly believe that. People can say they love something wholeheartedly are the strongest.
そうなんですか
Yeah. From now on, make sure not to let anyone beat you in that regard.
それなら自信があります
The sun is about to set behind Asuka. And in that moment, Asuka's unbounded optimism shines just as bright as that awe-inspiring sight. It brings a smile to my face, but at the same time, it's also a bit scary. How long can this girl keep loving FC? How long can she keep loving the sky? There was once a skywalker who broke down under the pressure and disappointed Aoi-san. And right now, I'm ready to do anything to keep history from repeating itself. Thoughts like that keep running through my mind. Alright, it's back to our regularly scheduled practice tomorrow.
ですねましろちゃんの怪我もそろそろ良くなるって言ってましたし
Alright, we talked about going to the hospital as a group to confirm that her foot's healed. Okay, make sure you're pumped for practice tomorrow.
コーチ
Asuka tightly clenches her fist, showing that she's already raring to go. Asuka, Mashiro, and of course Misaki. Each of them are rather unique, but that doesn't matter. As their coach, it's my responsibility to guide them. It's gonna take a lot of work. I keep flying through the evening sky as I mutter that to myself. My surroundings are darkening as night falls, yet my spirit, in contrast, is shining brighter than ever. The next day, okay, no scene with Rika. As we discussed yesterday, we're at the orthopedic clinic with Mashiro.
なんか妙に緊張しますね。結果が分かってることとはいえ、やっぱり怪我は怪我だもんね。
Right. Gotta be more careful from now on. Better safe than sorry, as they say.
はあ、この間のおうどん美味しかったな。
Stop talking about food, please. As all but one of us are talking about Mashiro and her injury,
出てきたよ。
Mashiro walks out of the clinic. And then she immediately makes a victory sign.
完治だそうです。
Congrats. Yeah, sure. Nice, Madoka. Sure, you phantomly said nice.
よし。おめでとうです。
We're all excited.
皆さん、そんなに。
Mashiro is moved to tears by our reactions. However, I know there's more to this than meets the eye. Something happened that most people here don't know.
よかったね。これで自由の身だよ、ましろ。はい。美咲先輩とも存分に。それはまた別の話。
Mashiro starts hitting on Misaki without missing a beat. In response, I shift my attention away from them and toward Asuka. Asuka.
はい。
I move over to whisper into her ear. I know what you did for Mashiro.
何をですか？
You made a wish and gave up sweets in exchange for it coming true. What?
誰から聞きました？
I noticed it on my own. Then Madoka confirmed my suspicions.
ごめん、喋っちゃった。言わないでって言ったのに、まどかちゃん。
Wait, what? She like punished herself just so the fact that Mashiro would heal up? I don't know how to comment on that. Other than it's weird. Asuka's all flustered, but I'm not letting up. Time to deliver my second blow. Also, I heard you were using that to try and lose some weight at the same time. Okay. Makes a lot more sense now. She doesn't even look that heavy though.
なぜそれまで知ってるのですか？ごめん。まどかちゃん。
Madoka may be a good manager, but evidently, having her as a friend comes with its fair share of difficulties. Still, that's a good thing.
本当ですか？
Weight management is important. Everyone needs to maintain a healthy diet, our udon monster included. The thing is, she's more than slender enough as is, but if she's trying to find her ideal weight, testing out some dieting restrictions might not be a bad idea.
よかったです。
Are we gonna talk about diet? I mean, I'm fairly knowledgeable about, you know, the topic, but we'll see how the game tries to explain it if we do delve deeper into it.
でもそうなるとパフェは。
Why not hold off on eating any for a little longer?
やっぱり。
Asuka's face droops instantly. I mean, parfaits are delicious. Ice cream in general is delicious. But they're mostly just sugar. So empty calories right there. Or not empty, but, you know, unhealthy. This is for her own good, really. There's no need for me to feel bad.
ひとまず、ましろ ちゃんにお祝いの言葉を。
Asuka totters over to Mashiro.
アスカ先輩。ましろちゃんおめでとう。そんな泣いちゃうくらい心配してくださったんですね。
You know, we still haven't breached the topic about wanting to change Mashiro's playstyle. I guess they're gonna do that at the very end of the chapter. We'll see. Maybe it's best that I keep the main reason she's upset a secret. I mean, she was really worried about Mashiro anyway, so that's totally fine.
今日は練習しましたね。
Yeah, we're completely free now. No more midterms or injuries to hold us back. Not everything went as well as planned, but things have still improved over the last few weeks, so I can't complain.
で、先輩、その。
I know. Don't worry. I promise we'd do it. I pull out my PSQ after saying that.
はい。
Mashiro smiles upon seeing it. And that smile is enough proof that our relationship has improved. Okay, where do we start?
前に放置してたクエストをやりましょうか。
Gotcha. Let me start the game. I turn on my PSQ and wait for the game to boot. But then...
あれ、ましろじゃん。
Who's this girl?
げ。
This game has surprisingly a lot of sprites for other people that we don't know. I do appreciate that. I guess that's why the game also has a lot of so-called DLC or fan disc, I suppose.
げってなんだよ。ご挨拶だな。
What's wrong? I raise my head and stare at the intruder.
こんにちは先輩。久しぶり。
Oh, it's... Do I know her?
というか先輩、もしかして私のこと覚えてないです？
Have we met? I asked Mashiro instead of the girl who's questioning me.
何言ってるんです？前の学校の後輩じゃないですか。
Huh? Huh? Oh! It's all coming back to me now. I seem to remember this girl tagging along with Mashiro sometimes when she was following Misaki. You're...
おこぜありか。今は死闘水産の1年です。
Right. Who, Arika? Okoze. How could I forget? The name Okoze actually left an impression on me back then because it's so unusual. Not that that means much, since I ended up forgetting her entirely.
日向先輩は基本的に他人に興味なさそうでしたもんね。
I mean, I also kind of have that problem. Kind of feels like she was making fun of me there. Oh wow. Shito's Suisun Academy. They have a relatively strong FC club. They aren't as strong as Takafuji, but Madoka's report had them listed as ones to watch out for.
ですです。日向先輩よく知ってましたね。
Well, yeah. It's better not to bring up FC. No telling if she even has any interest in it.
そんでマグロ？何の用なの？
Maguro is Tuna, so I don't know why she's nicknamed Tuna.
ごめん、マグロって言うな。それ定着したのお前のせいだかな。
Maguro? I'm not gonna say Tanny, that's just so weird. Every time I hear like a nickname in English, it just doesn't feel right, you know? I don't get it.
そうなんです。昔からの呼び名で、私がマシロ、この子はマグロ。
Okay, I actually thought it was gonna be like, you know, tuna. But I guess Kuro is black. So if you put a ma and then combine it with a Kuro, it becomes Maguro. Okay.
何すんのよ。あんたがマグロマグロ言うからでしょうが。いいじゃないマグロ。可愛いと思うけどな。この日焼け肌とその名前、セットにされた思いがあんたにわかるか。
You're not really all that tan. Sorry, Mashiro, but I'm not on her side. I probably hate you too if you force something like that on me. Man, poor girl. That's just... I'm not saying that.
うわ、く 二人ともひどいぞ。
I can't do the like laughing while holding your laughter thing. It's so hard. It's a voice act anyway.
で、結局何の用なのよマグロ。あんたの家向こうの方でしょ。
Mashiro seems pretty annoyed.
意地でもその名前変えないつもりか。もういいわ。用事はこれよこれ。
If you do it like that, that makes me a bit conflicted. I guess I mean Okoze holds something out. A PSQ?
さあ、ブラブラしてたら昔の顔なじみがこれ取り出してたから、じゃあ一緒にやるかってことで。
This girl is very outgoing.
空気読んでよ。何言ってんだよ。いいじゃないか。
Easy there. Kind of feels like I'm mediating between two toddlers. It's more fun with more people, right, Mashiro?
まあそうですけど、マグロはちょっとな。
Does she suck at the game?
ちょっとなってなんだよ。プレイスタイルが変なんです、この子。あんたに言われたくないわ。
Seriously, just calm down. And so, after I pacify them, all three of us agree to play together. Don't sulk. We can play some more when we're alone.
本当ですか？約束ですよ。
If Aoi-san doesn't catch us first anyway.
負けないぞ。あれ、みんな一目散にどこへ？
Zone C.
先輩、自動マーキングつけてるんですか？
No need. The encroaching Ragnarok always starts in Zone G. However, it switches zones after 10 seconds. Ambushing it at Zone C is our best option given our current position.
へえ、結構やり込んでますね。
It's the least I can do.
ちょっと
It's coming!
気を抜かないでくださいよ。
Huh? The encroaching Ragnarok falls right into the pitfall trap we set. I'm impressed. Mashiro somehow predicted its path and set a trap right on where it would fall. Wait, this is no time to stand around stunned. Typo. This... Yeah, for sure, this game by far has the most typos I've ever seen in any visual novels I played. I mean, I know that Nekonyan pumped out a lot of moeges, and I guess this is technically a moege, right? But they really need to fix their QC. I really do think so. I move my character over to the monster's weak point, which in this case is its chest, and start attacking. Mashiro also goes in hard. The encroaching Ragnarok that has been squirming inside the pitfall trap finally manages to get out, but... like I let you run! When it starts rising up into the air, I use a flash grenade to make it crash into the ground.
肩壊しました。
And I'm done with the legs. Great. Now we just have to finish it off.
とどめはいただきます。
Not if I can help it. I mash the attack button. Shortly after that, the quest clear fanfare resounds. Mashiro raises her right arm looking for a high five, but then regains her bearings and hurriedly lowers it. I see nothing wrong with a high five. She's probably too embarrassed.
何あんたら、ゲーム部？ごめんねマグロ。何もさせてあげられなくて。くっそー。
Okoze squeezes that single word out in frustration. Anyway, I'm real glad I'm not trash anymore.
さてと、じゃあ帰りましょうか。
Right.
もう一回やろうよ。まだ明るいんだし。何言ってんの。もうすぐに暗くなるって。
I don't know how long like a single quest in Monster Hunter usually takes. Maybe 20 minutes or something. Mashiro's right. The sun has already started to set.
大丈夫だって。まだ停留所もランプついてないっちゅ。
All three of us turn to look at the nearby terminal. And at that exact moment, we notice something.
あの人、荷物忘れていってる。本当だ。
The person that just took off left a paper bag at the terminal.
行きましょう。
Mashiro breaks into a run. Is this gonna make her, become a speeder in our mind? Is she actually gonna be really good? Then she presses the button to open the terminal's door.
行くにゃえ。
However,
飛んじゃうぞ。
Okose rushes past Mashiro and takes off, effectively preempting her. Okay, so she's gonna feel bad again because Okose is probably a better Skywalker. She grabs the bag too.
え、
Okose speeds up as Mashiro stands there dumbfounded. After a short while, she informs the person who flew off earlier about their bag. There are a number of things that immediately strike me. Her form and flight path selection are immaculate. In addition, she has a good eye for her surroundings. Plus, above all else, she's extremely fast. There's no room for doubt here. I guess this is gonna be Mashiro's rival.
フライングサーカス。
Looks like Mashiro is quick on the uptake.
いやー、焦った焦った。
She didn't say that was a handful. I think she said, that made me sweat. Despite her words, Okose flies back without looking the least bit troubled. Her speed on the way back is just as impressive as when she chased after the person who misplaced their bag.
ねえ、マグロ。あんた。あ、見たかマシロ。私、死闘水産で FC 部に入ったんだ。
My bad, I skipped Mashiro's dialogue there. Knew it.
結構なものなんだぞ。
Mashiro is speechless. Her triumphant mood has totally dissipated. Makes sense. I'm sure she can tell how much better Okose is, which probably leaves a bad taste in her mouth.
マシロは何やってんだ？私は。
She said, what have you been doing? Not something wrong. Mashiro doesn't know what to say. In that case, I see. What a coincidence. We're also in our school's FC club.
なんだ、そうだったのか。
Yeah, and this girl here shows a lot of promise.
やめてください。なんでそんな嘘。
I'd never do that. Trust me, I'm dead serious.
なんだ、違うのか。そうよ。FC 首を洗って待ってなさい。
God damn it. Mashiro, stop talking so slowly. I'm sorry. You're talking like a villain straight out of a B movie, Mashiro.
そうか、そうか、そうか。面白くなってきたな。私たち死闘水産だって負けないぞ。だって私たちには。はい、そこまで。
Who's that? Oh, is this gonna be the girl that shows up on the last episode before, before the preview? I forgot her name though. I turn toward the voice and spot a rather mature-looking student. Erika? Or maybe something like that? She flies toward us in an elegant manner.
アリカのお友達？
No, this is not the girl we saw. She's wearing the Shito Suisan Academy uniform. Guess that makes her Kose's upperclassman.
ごきげんよう。私は死闘水産の2年生でガネコマユと申しますわ。
There's so many characters in this game. It reminds me a lot of Majikoi, really. Majikoi has insane amounts of characters. Like 50 plus, I believe. Also insanely popular voice acting too. One day I'll probably do a Majikoi in this channel. Oh, I'm Asaya Hinata, sophomore at Kunahama Academy. I'm actually already finishing up Majikoi A5. So, on my own time anyway. But the last time I played the original Majikoi was about 3 years ago. And that was only the prologue. I streamed that on Twitch. But yeah, that's when I realized that streaming visual novels just don't make a lot of sense. I think I streamed that for a good like 8 hours straight. So much voice acting, my voice was like really hurting. It really is better to just cut this into multiple parts on YouTube and stuff.
1年の有坂真白です。 この人たちも FC 部だそうですよ。あら、そうなの？
Ganeko-san smiles as she says that. Damn, another Ara One-san archetype.
夏の大会いらっしゃるんですよね。
Yeah, we are.
ではまたそこでお会いしましょう。それまでどうぞお元気で。帰りますわよ、アリカ。はい、お姉様。
God, I guess Arika is more like, you know, Mashiro's relationship with Misaki.
お姉。
Sama? There's something strange about that, but I'm probably better off not commenting. But I think the fact that she calls her One-sama is more in line with what I said about, you know, like girls respecting their senpai a lot more, right? Rather than Misaki and Mashiro's like relationship. It's just weird. I mean, it doesn't seem like they're making some dumb joke at least.
次に会う時を楽しみにしてるからな。いや、私が聞きたいのはそうじゃなくて、ちょっと待ちなさいよ、こら。
What I also meant to say is Ganeko there is probably respected by a lot more than just one girl, and Arika just being one of them. Okoze and her big sis, Ganeko-san, leaves without saying another word. I'm real confused, as is Mashiro. And off they go. I turn to face Mashiro.
どうするんですか？
About what?
あんなこと言っちゃって。
I mean, I meant what I said, so I don't see the problem.
私はあんまり私を信用してないですよ。頑張りますけど。
You have me in your corner. I promise to lead you to victory. A wise man once said, don't believe in yourself. Believe in me. Believe in the me who believes in you. Fuck you, Messiah. That probably makes me sound arrogant, but a coach has to be confident or they'll never be effective. I can't deny that though, but I also feel like that's a bit manipulative. Plus, I haven't even broached the most important topic yet.
騙されるのだって結局は私の意思ですよ。フォローならもっとうまくやってくれないと。
Sorry about that.
一つだけ聞いてもいいですか？
Shoot.
どうしてここまでするんです？頼んでもいないのに。
Well, because I want to. That good enough?
仲の悪い私に？
Anne? I'm your coach, so it's my job to help you soar. Yeah, I can kind of understand Messiah's feelings as a coach. You don't want the people you coach to be looked down upon or not be confident in themselves. But I do think I'm personally not a very good coach. I wouldn't have stuck up to Mashiro there if I was in Messiah's shoes. Why are you glaring at me?
先輩はもう少しご自分のなさっていることを振り返ってみた方がいいかと思います。
Okay? Sure, why not? I don't get it.
もういいです。じゃあ、うまく騙してくださいね。
Mashiro aims a cheerful smile at me as she says that.
じゃあ行きましょう、先輩。
This might have just been my imagination, but oddly enough, as I gaze at that smile, she seemed cuter than usual. Looks the same to me. Sorry, Messiah. After seeing Mashiro home, I make my way back to my place. I think it's more so the fact that you understand her a lot more, which makes you seem... or which makes it seem like she's cuter than usual. There, I find an unexpected visitor lying in wait.
おっすまさや、ほら。
You already had your share of udon.
失礼ね。私はうどんにしか興味ないみたいじゃない。
If this is Masaki's theme, I really like this BGM. This is probably the best theme I've heard in this game so far. I really like it. Isn't that true?
そうね。
I can't believe she just agreed with me.
で、
And I'm guessing we can't do it here.
うちまで来て。
You serious? It's pretty late already.
いいじゃない。ほらほら早く。
Okay, I'll come. Quit pulling me. Hello? I think he's saying like ojamashimasu. This is my first time in Misaki's room. Gotta say, it's a lot neater than I imagined, considering her carefree personality and all.
適当に座ってて。
Guess you really don't care.
何が？
Ooh, she got a model battleship. Damn. That's pretty impressive. Did she make that herself? Usually those are like 1/700 scale or something like that. Honestly, it's hard to explain. Wait, does she have a gun? What the fuck is that? Is that a gun? Misaki, that better be a fake. Maybe I'm just too used to Ichinose's more feminine reactions.
片付いてるし、恥ずかしいとこなくない？
You've got a point there. Her frank personality is pretty damn refreshing, honestly. Let's just cut to the chase then. What do you need?
あ、そっか。まだ言ってなかったっけ？
She probably should have told me before she brought me to her room, but oh well. Misaki's not the type to worry about the normal way of doing things, so neither should I.
テストの前ぐらいにさ、練習に持ってこようって話してたでしょ？
The ball thing? What now?
バランスボール。
Alright. She did say she had one that she wasn't using. Seemed pretty clear that she was just trying to pawn it off on us though, which annoyed Aoi-san.
持っていくのをマサヤにやってもらおうと思って、それで呼んだんだ。
You could have just done it yourself.
いいじゃない。選手が練習以外の体使って怪我しちゃったら大変でしょ？
Fair point. Mashiro is finally back to full health, so I'd like to avoid a repeat of that incident. I doubt Misaki's trying to use her injury against me, but that's just how it works out in my mind.
じゃあ持ってくるから。
It's not here?
もともと父さんが買ってきたんだけど、すぐ飽きて誰も使わないからずっと和室に転がってるんだよね。
This is why having a minimalistic, like sort of mindset is always the best. Like, I have a bad habit of buying stuff that's useless too, and they're just collecting dust. I'm looking at you, anime figurines. And yeah, I do feel like I'm a lot more minimalistic nowadays. I can relate. My family also has some training equipment at home that's been used a grand total of 2 times. Bringing it up has become taboo, since it always ends with my dad getting yelled at by my mom.
ああ、そうそう。
Mm-hmm.
クローゼット、あんま漁らないでね。
I won't! Hold on. Why is she acting like me going through her closet is a done deal? Probably because the ball is there? Misaki chuckles lightly, then walks out of the room. Damn her! Maybe I should actually do it. No, I better not. I casually glance around her room without ever letting my gaze rest on any specific thing. I took a quick look when I first entered, and it seems my first impression of the place is spot on. The place has a pretty chaotic feel to it. She has a shit ton of guns. Replicas. Right? She has a gun out in plain sight, but then there's also a bunch of pink items lying around. There's a large model battleship, but also tons of plushies. Plushies? Now that doesn't quite fit the image I have of Misaki. Her bookshelf has many thick, seemingly difficult books on it, and surprisingly, barely any manga. Weird. Eventually, I see that the door is slightly ajar, and upon closer inspection, I notice a pair of familiar eyes peeking through that gap. What exactly do you think you're doing?
やあ、持ってきたよ。
Just got back my ass. Why were you watching me?
まあまあ、ちゃんとバランスボールは持ってきたから。
More like what you're forcing on me. I mean, that's the reason you left the room, right? Whoa, it's a lot bigger than I imagined. The exercise ball is easily big enough for an adult to ride.
そりゃバランスボールなんだからこれくらいあるでしょう。
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty normal. I guess, but it's gonna take a lot of work to get it to the club room.
でも本当にこんなので効果あるのかね。
How am I supposed to know?
ねえ、ちょっと乗ってみてよ。
Okay?
で、私も乗る。
Huh? How are we supposed to write the same exact... Wait! You have a second one? Turns out she had two all along. Masaki's dad must love wasting money. I mean, you'd be surprised how many people actually love wasting money and not use it on anything useful, Messiah. My family being one of them. I'm being one of them. Whoa. Random fan service, but okay. Ready? Set?
Go!
Wow. This is a lot harder than it looks. I adjust my center of gravity in hopes of stabilizing my swaying body.
お、結構やるね。
I won't give up that easily. Misaki doesn't seem to be struggling at all. About half a minute passes.
まさやしぶとい。
It may sound like Misaki's picking a fight, but she's clearly enjoying herself. No way I'm gonna lose after coming this far.
そうこなくっちゃ。
Yeah, this guy is way too competitive in everything that he's doing. Misaki and I silently glare at each other for a while.
いい加減落ちちゃいなよ。
You first.
うりうり。
Hey, what the hell? Misaki pokes my exercise ball with her toes.
もう一押しかな。
Stop! Wait, crap! It's hard to recover once your body starts to rock.
とどめ。
She stretches out her leg to deliver one last push, but... Misaki plummets toward me after losing her balance. See? There's so many typos in this localization. Crazy. Why? Damn it! That really hurt! I sit up on the floor after falling off my exercise ball. Tingling pain courses through both my ass and my forehead. Guess Misaki slammed her forehead into mine when she fell. Wait, is she okay? Misaki, who apparently fell to the floor as well, has a puzzled look on her face. Almost seems like she doesn't know what happened. Hey, Misaki. What, did she kiss or something? I was a fool to even think that she'd even care about that. She suddenly starts laughing.
面白かった。
Are you okay? You hit your head anywhere?
そういえばおでこがジンジンする。
Oh god. Please be alright.
もう一回やろうまさや。勝負勝負。
Huh? Why?
だってあれだけやって引き分けじゃ納得いかないよ。
Wait, I won that round. You fell on me, remember?
ああ、せっかく引き分けってことにしてあげたのに。
What's that supposed to mean?
先に床についた方の負けだからね。領事と5人の勝負審判は私を支持してる。倒れ込んできたってことは私が上になったってこと。
Is that how it works? Hold up! That's no fair! Let's go again! This guy is so easily manipulated. Messiah, this is why you don't be competitive on everything that you do. Only specific stuff, okay? She did not say anything! A grin surfaces on Misaki's face.
じゃあもう一番いく。
No idea why you keep using soccer terms, but whatever. Let's do this! Can't believe you just sucked me back into this silly game.
足攻撃あり、口攻撃ありってことで。
I get feet, but why your mouth?
アスカと最近どうなの？
Ah!
ほらぐらついた。
Damn, she's smart. Misaki assaults my exercise ball with her foot. Trying to misdirect me, eh? Whoa! I just barely managed to recover at the last moment. Hey, you're playing dirty.
悔しかったらそっちも口で攻撃してみなよ。
Ugh. Can't think of anything that throw her off. Forget that. I'd rather focus on keeping my balance. I'll just weather the storm and pull out a win.
ほう。じゃあ次の攻撃行ってみるよ。
Be my guest.
真っ白。うまくいった？
Is that supposed to be an attack? Yeah, she seems a lot more motivated now.
そう。よかったじゃないの。
We ran into a girl who went to middle school with Mashiro. Remember a girl named Akoze?
あの子か。覚えてるよ。
That had a pretty negative ring to it.
私ちょい苦手なんだよね、あの子。
Misaki's as blunt as always.
ほら、あの子と真白が仲良しで、真白が今私とって感じじゃない？
You left out a whole lot there, but yeah, I get what you mean. She's basically saying things are awkward between them.
でもあの子と会ったとして、それと真白のやる気がどう関係あんの？
You know Shito Suisan, right?
ここでってあそこ行ったんじゃなかったっけ？
Exactly. And she joined the FC club there.
なるほどね。そりゃ真白はメラメラするよ。
From what we could tell, she's way better than Mashiro. And thanks to that, Mashiro wants to throw herself into practice.
そっか。スタイルの話した？
Yeah, see? This is something that we've been saying ever since the chapter started. Heck, even before the chapter started, the last chapter. Nope. I'll get to that tomorrow.
工場っぱりだから聞かないかもよ。
I swear, I'll make her accept it. That's my job as a coach. Misaki gives an indifferent reply. Then, the very next moment...
スキラリー！
Whoa!
今度は完全にマサヤの負けだね。物言いもつかないよね。
Damn it! You tricked me! We ended up going another 5 rounds, so it was pretty late by the time I finally left. She claimed she had no use for 2 exercise balls, which meant I got stuck delivering one to the club room. In a way, Misaki wasted a lot of my time over nothing, but I was happy to hear that she was worried about Mashiro. I guess that's the... give you a taste of Misaki's personality. I do think it's natural for Masaya to like Misaki as a character. Or, you know, as a person. I don't know how she is, though, in terms of FC. The next afternoon, since everyone's in the club room, I start the meeting. This will probably be the last scene that I do. I hope it will be the finishing scene for the chapter, but we will see. Because on the last episode, I did 2 hours. And right now, I'm also close to 2 hours. I brought this up a few times before, but... I'm changing your playstyle, Mashiro. Just trust me, okay? Everyone has a style that works best for them. I start to try and convince Mashiro, but...
スピーダーですよね。わかりました。変更します。
Yeah, speeders are actually pretty... Wait, what? You're fine with it?
悪いですか？
Of course not. I couldn't be happier.
じゃあこねます。
Oh, come on!
嘘ですよ。ちゃんと納得した上で変えます。
That was a bit anticlimactic. I thought she was gonna... I don't know, I guess looking at Arika set some fire inside of her. After saying that, Mashiro positions herself in front of the rest of us and bows lightly.
今日からスピーダーになります。また右も左もわからなくなるので、右も左もわからずに武器を研いでいた先輩みたいなものですので。
Did you really have to bring that up?
ともかくよろしくお願いします。おめでとうなのかな。それでいいと思うよ。まあ FC のことについてはひなたくんの言うことに従って大丈夫だよ。
Madoka, I really appreciate that.
今の5ポイントね。
And what exactly do I have to do when you fill out the whole card? Actually, scratch that. I don't even want to know the answer.
というわけでコーチ、
Mashiro walks over to me as she begins to speak.
よろしくお願いします。
Then she earnestly bows her head to me. And in response, I say, take them off. Not your clothes, your shoes. I need to adjust the settings on your shoes. Why is she blushing? Wording, Messiah, wording. I mean, what else could I possibly be talking about in this situation?
美咲先輩、セクハラされました。それはいけないね。うどんで許してやろう。これのフォローで10ポイントいくね。
Seriously? That's a lot!
今日も頑張りましょう。
It's so peaceful. That's what I do feel like when I play this game. It's so peaceful. I enjoy it. Like, yeah, it's nice.
おう、やるぞ。
Like, the atmosphere is always peaceful. There are some intense moments, like when the matches are going on in FC, but the random, like, interactions and stuff really does make me feel, like, at ease. In the end, I'm bailed out by those two returning things to normal. The Kunahama Academy FC Club still has a long way to go, but I think we're finally starting to feel like a real team. Yup, that is actually the end. So my thoughts were exactly right.
シトー列島にも梅雨がやってきます。こんな雨の日、船浜の皆さんはどうやって練習してるんでしょうか。そんな私は休日に突然日向さんとばったり。人前であまり仲良くしてるとこ見られるとみんなから後で噂されるしな。次回青の彼方のフォーリズム第5話、嵐の前の彼方の向こうに何かが見える。
Okay, I'm probably gonna be enjoying the next chapter a lot. Or I guess this chapter, technically. Because, it sounds like it's gonna be a Rika chapter. But yeah, see? I think it's actually really good that I do like an hour 50 minutes to maybe even 2 hours stretching it per episode. Because I do finish each chapter by 2 episodes of my recording, so it's actually awesome. But yeah, with that, I think this is going to be where I end the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. And as I said, as I always have to say, from now on, free Patreon members will also be getting new access to episodes 1 on all of the new playthroughs. So if you guys are impatient, do follow me on Patreon too. And I will see you guys in the next one.